Hey, what is up, guys? This is Carl Schickert. I'm super excited to have one of my best friends in the marketing industry, Cory Michael Sanchez with Global Mojo. He is literally a phenom when it comes to list generation and LinkedIn. So, Cory, how's it going, first off?
Hey, Carl, great to be here.
So, Cory, you are actually out of the country. You're on this month or this year-long, actually extended year-long sort of month-to-month traveling craziness. Can you explain to me what inspired you to start living in different countries every single month?
Okay, so maybe you guys can relate, but 10 years ago, I got out of college and I had my first job. I was working in a laboratory, right? This was like the first thing I did while I was in school. So I was a scientist, right? So I spent all my time in a laboratory, which you guys have seen laboratories in movies and stuff like that. They're pretty stark white. I surrounded myself with plants and all kinds of experiments, and I didn't see the light of day most days that I was in there. It was crazy. I'd go in there before the sun was up. I'd oftentimes come out after the sun went down, so I didn't see the sun for a while. So this whole thing of being cooped up, I felt like a rat or a mouse in kind of like a cage, right? So out of that came this huge wanting and need to be free and to not be confined. Maybe you guys can relate. And so, I went and had another job after that because I decided one day I wanted to own the lab rather than work in it. And so for those of you that are starting, that are in a job right now, you know how that feels, like that want to do something else. So I said, okay, so I need to do that. How do I do that? And I was like, well, I need to get into business. So I got a job doing phone negotiations. I would negotiate discounts for people on their medical bills. So that's what my first job was. It wasn't my deal, but I thought it was a good start for me to learn some skills, right? Because I had no entrepreneurial skills. I had no business skills. I was a straight up scientist and I was pretty nerdy. And I'm more extroverted now than I used to be. I used to be super introverted. It's been a long 10 years of changing the game for me. But the traveling came out of a need and desire to not be held down and just to know that it was possible. You get on Facebook, you get on the Instas, you see all these people doing cool stuff. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to go there. So it's taken me a while. And actually my wife has really spurred me on to do that. So she's amazing. It's her birthday today. Her name's Jessie. She's out having a spa day while I'm doing this training. So luckily she's doing a spa day so I could be here with you. Otherwise I'd totally be hanging out with her, it was her birthday yesterday here in Indonesia, but today in the United States. It's a weird time change thing. So anyway, that was where it came from. And so literally every month I've been in a new country. Here's why I say this, because you guys don't give a crap about me or me traveling, right? I could understand that. But it comes down to this. This is all possible. You can do this kind of stuff using the internet where you couldn't before, right? This 5 years ago, what I'm doing is not even possible. And my thing for you is, if you have a dream and a wish and a desire, whether it's to travel, whether it's to save for your retirement, whether it's to just make more money so you could plug it into something that you actually give a damn about, right? That's why I do what I do, because I get to teach people how to do that on a daily basis and get case studies of people that literally make some of the first money they've ever made on the internet. So I'm pleased to be here because I'm really going to give it for you guys and give you a ton of information that you can use that's actionable, that you can go out and make money with in the next couple days. Okay? So
awesome.
Back over to you, Carl.
Cool. So also, can you tell us a little bit about Global or Mojo Global and maybe some of the things about how you and Ira kind of connected and also created this amazing business relationship that's lasted so long and has had so much success?
So let me talk about how Mojo Global got started. And it started because that job I got negotiating and doing those kinds of deals over the phone, I got fired from. And here's why. So 10 years ago, more than 10 years, probably 11 years ago, I found myself on a call like this. It was a teleseminar, though, not a webinar. They didn't have webinars back in that day. I was faced with an opportunity to get started doing video marketing and ranking videos all over the search engines, right? Something called Traffic Geyser. Maybe you'd heard of it. And I was like, this is awesome. I was like, so I started learning some stuff about it, and I was like, I want to do marketing. And so I went to then my boss, I went to him and said, hey, I learned this cool stuff about marketing. I was like, I want to do it for your company. And so he said, okay. I was like, yeah. So that was like my first unofficial client. I mean, I didn't, I was still getting paid, but I was like, I wasn't on my own, right? I was just doing it in-house. So anyway, I'd create videos, brochures, I'd get them ranked on the search engines, right? I'd create flyers. I created all their like marketing collateral. Anyway, they liked it so much that one day I came into the office and they fired me. And I'd never been fired before. And I was like, what the hell? And they said, well, so here's what happened, right? They didn't tell me this directly, but what they did is they actually liked what I was doing so much, but they wanted to do it better. Keep in mind, I'm like a month old in this marketing thing. And so they hired a high-priced agency to do all that work. And so I was like, oh, damn it. So I got fired. I'd never been fired from a job before. But here's what I knew. I knew I'd never put myself in a position to ever be to get fired again. I was like, I don't ever want to be in that position again, where I'm depending on somebody else, whether I'm going to have employment or not, whether I'm going to have money coming in or not. So that was basically the day I started my agency. So, this was like, 11 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. So anyway, got started with that, met Ira, who's been a great friend of mine these many years. And at that time, he was kind of doing entrepreneurial boot camps, 50 years in the business as an entrepreneur, tons of knowledge, right? I hope he can jump on because he's got so much to give. And I just started running with him because he was training for marathons. And I'm like, what a better place to learn entrepreneurialism than to hang with this guy who's done so much of it. So one day I have this huge, huge, huge deal that I want to land. It's like the biggest deal of my life. And I say, Ira, I need help closing this deal. Can you help me? Right? So he said, yeah. Anyway, it worked out so well. We decided to start Mojo. And here we are 10 years later, helping entrepreneurs. We first started in video and all that stuff. And then went on to do LinkedIn, which is really what we're all about now. We're now about LinkedIn leads, helping you get more deals into the pipeline, helping you get appointments. I call it solving empty calendar syndrome, which we'll get into. Now that you guys are into this bots thing, right? You need what? You need clients and customers, and you need leads, right? And you basically need appointments. And that's what we found you could get in the masses from LinkedIn of the right people, right? Not just anybody. And I'll show you guys some stats here in a moment about why LinkedIn is like the absolute best platform to get leads and new appointments and new prospects for your new bot business. So, but back over to you, Carl.
Awesome. Appreciate that. The next thing I'd like for you to do is, I know you've been using Segmate quite a bit, and I know you had like a really cool case study. So I was wondering if you can grab the screen, share your slides on that, and kind of go over that. And also remember, we're going to have a lot of audio listeners as well. So if you can be like real descriptive on the actual audio parts, like the numbers and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So we're going to talk about Mojo's bot stats, right? Like what we've been doing in bots, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so let me give that to you as he drops the mics and leave. I'm going to share my screen.
I'm still here, guys.
Okay, cool. That's funny. No worries. Okay, let me see. All right, this is probably going to look weird. All right, let's talk some bot stats. You guys want bot stats? This is Carl's a good friend of mine. He showed me his platform last year. I thought, this is sick. This is awesome. And so literally we've been building this, our own chatbot list for the last 6 months, and doing it very poorly. Like what I would say is like, not very well, but we've developed a list of 1,300 people on our chatbot list without trying too much. Okay. So, and I'm excited to do more because I can totally see the engagement from everything that we're doing going up super high. Okay. So this is our stats. So let me go through it, what we've been doing, and then I'll give you some more stats. So we have 1,300 subscribers, right? We have about overall 88% open rate, click-through rate of almost 50%. And I got to tell you guys, like this trumps email because we get pretty good email open rates. We get pretty good click-through rates, but nothing compared to this. So how have we been doing this and how have we been making money from this, right? That's the important part. So we've been doing something. And by the way, you can do this with the people that you're working with. I totally recommend it because this was insane amount of value for us. And if you could do something like this for all the people that that you're working with, then have at it, right? So it's just another way to kind of like present a reason why they should get started into chatbots. Okay, so here's what we've been doing. We have been making and building our list based entirely upon, almost entirely, we've been doing some other stuff, but mostly upon giveaways, right? Anybody ever played Monopoly, right? You guys know Monopoly, the game? You know, and I'm not talking Monopoly, the board game. I'm talking the McDonald's Monopoly, right? You guys ever play that where you win hash browns and potentially win a car or win a dream trip or anything like that? Yeah. So go to the chat box, give me a yes if you've ever done that. Is this thing working still? I think so.
Your screen stopped sharing.
Yeah, I know the screen stopped sharing, but I just wanted to see. Okay, cool. Yes, big man. Okay, good. Yeah, so we've been using gamification to get our subscribers, right? The reason why is because people always want to win free stuff, right? You guys want to win from some free stuff? I can show you how this literally actually works here in a bit. But we have been doing that where we would actually do giveaways every single week. So let me give you this framework, okay? And by the way, write this down because you can totally use this with all the companies that you're working with. And I hope you do because it's that awesome. Okay. Awesome. You guys love free stuff. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we'll see. I'll ask Carl's permission, but maybe we can do some giveaways here today. But here's what we did. We did 8 weeks of giveaway. So, you know how we lead into Christmas and like, you know, it's like Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, Black Friday, that whole thing where there's like all this like commercial hubbub, you know, it's like the biggest time in retail. So we're like, all right, guys, everybody wants to take your money. Okay. Leading into this, everybody wants you to spend money with them. We want to give you stuff. We want to be seen as cool guys. And what we're going to do is do a big giant giveaway every single week. So for 8 weeks, yep, 8 weeks. I can't count that high. We did giveaways every single week where we gave away some of our best products and services. We gave away American Express travel vouchers. We gave away Amazon gift cards. We gave away products that we have. We gave away softwares. We gave away really cool, even coaching programs that are kind of higher end and done for you, lead gen packages, right? That are, you know, like a couple grand a month. We gave some of those away. And so, and we did this over 8 weeks. So literally we got people registered and says, yeah, we're going to every week. Okay. As long as you're registered, we're going to be announcing, we're going to be kind of picking winners out of that. So sometimes we'd have prizes of $1,000, some weeks I think our biggest week was like $13,000 or something insane that we gave away prizes of. And it was super fun. And it was like built a lot of engagement. Our people just loved it. And they were like, oh my God, this is awesome. And we gave away a lot of really cool stuff and a lot of good programs, and they loved it. So we did that every single week. So we did a video where we would, first of all, everybody had to register. Just for registering, they were part of the giveaway. Then we did a video every week where we'd announce the winners. And it was a short video, anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, where it was 3 minutes to give away the stuff, and then we do an extra 5 minutes of like what we're up to and, you know, other stuff that have coming up and just like Mojo news and some inspirational words of wisdom from Ira, who's amazing, and all the like, right? So we did that for every single week for 8 weeks. Gave away, we started off saying this is Mojo's 50K giveaway, right? And we actually ended up giving over $100,000 in products and services away. So this was like, we got a little carried away with ourselves and it was out of hand. And, but we enjoyed ourselves and our customers enjoyed it and they just had a lot of fun with it, right? So, and you're building goodwill with it too. So no matter what customer you're working with, right? Whether it's a plumber or it's a dentist, right? There's some kind of boring stuff out there, right? You know, IT consultants, like, you know, there's all kinds of companies out there where it's kind of hard to figure out what am I going to use chatbot to get in front of people, but people always want free stuff. So it's just a good way to keep top of mind. So that's what we were doing with it. So that's how we developed our 1,300 person subscriber. I know, right? It's, yeah, just, I see guest 221 says, wow, 13,000 worth of free stuff. I know, it was like insane, but it was really fun and we enjoyed it. As long as we're having fun, and they're having fun, it totally works. We're totally willing to do that. Obviously, it costs us money because some of these things were done for you. Some of these involved our team's time and stuff like that. So there was an investment, right? The prizes were like Amazon gift cards, American Express travel vouchers. So there's a real cost to it. But the way I look at it is, we were just, having a bunch of fun, but the engagement went up. Like our engagement from everybody went up super high, and it was because of this. And we're using chatbots all along the way. The only way you could get updates about who won was if you were in a chatbot. And the only way to know is you had to watch the video, which is 3-minute investment to see if you won. So that worked out super well. So let me share with you, and Carl, jump in anytime.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, cool. So yeah, really.
Well, I think you're kind of breaking up a little bit. I don't know. Can you guys hear Carl, or is that just me? I wish I could look at the chat and this at the same time, but he is gone. Okay, Carl's gone. Carl, come back. Okay, so let me keep plowing through this. Can you guys see this? This is open rates, click-through rates. Take a look at this. Click-through rate on this, 100%. That's insane. This was our giveaway, last registration, right? This is our weekly funnel. 100% open rate, 88.96% click-through rate, right? You guys can see this, so I'll just let you guys absorb this. But these click-through rates and open rates are over 80% for click-throughs.
Sorry about that, guys. 95%. I don't know if you can hear me right now. Corey is
we got you now.
Back up.
Yep, we got you now.
Let's
okay, you kind of broke
Corey,
up a little bit.
Me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to turn off my video again, but just wanted to ask you another question and kind of go over what you were just talking about, which I thought was pretty.
Oop, Carl, I think we lost you again. Yeah.
Okay.
And back. Just so you guys know, this is the thing that happens with technology, right? So I appreciate your patience for it because you just never know. We're oftentimes flying without a net. But I think I hear Carl again. So what was your question again?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yep, go for it.
So sorry, guys. I apologize for these issues we're having. Definitely having some issues here. We'll definitely be going back to GoToWebinar. But anyway, without any other rate, the other question that kind of came to mind here, and also what I really love that you're doing here, is that you're doing like giveaways. You're creating products like internally, so they have hard costs to them, but they're internal services with a lot of the stuff that you guys do. So even though the like the retail value is high, maybe your costs weren't quite as much. And it's just I just want to spread that with people because it's just the idea, like. You could probably think of services that your company currently requires. Like, I could use my restaurant as an example, but say like a steak cost our, restaurant, $3, but we sell it for $20. We advertise the cost of that steak at $20. And obviously there's more overhead, there's employee costs, there's power and equipment cost and all that stuff that you have to take on as a business owner. But then you also have the profit on the other end of that. So your own cost, you guys could probably think of products that you offer that will still have a high value to them. And then also too, you'll have like some of the gift cards and stuff like that do actually have really hard cost to them as well. But I think it's a really cool thing that you guys have done. So congratulations on getting started. I know that you told me that you really only kind of just got this started. I know you said 6 months is when you really started working on it, but really, I think you said that you've only been doing this hardcore now for the last couple of months so far. So when did
basically 2 months? Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So in 2 months, you've built a list to over 1,300 people. So very cool. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of point those things out. I think these are things that everybody can duplicate. And of course, if you want to explain what we're seeing here on the screen now.
Sure. So these are just a sampling of some of our best open rate, click-through rate campaigns. And here's how we monetize it. Is just because people are registered on a bot, they hear other announcements from us. So other promotions, other trainings that we have going on, that kind of stuff. But we don't do a ton. But whenever we have something, it's nice to have that because it's just, people are engaged on that list. So it's really easy to turn that kind of following into just more engagement for whoever you're working with, and also goodwill, right? Because goodwill in today's age is really important, and you want that. So basically, Carl, we went through this a little bit, but this is just kind of a recap of some of the highest click-through rate and open rates. You see just astounding results, and most of the campaigns and most of the weeks were just like this, right? But basically, just to make a point, giveaways are one of the easiest ways to provide value to anybody, right? Doesn't matter if it's a plumber or a contractor or a speaker or an author. Doing giveaways is huge. Write that down. Make that one of the things, the primary things. Do that with all of your clients. Any client that you bring in, be running a giveaway at some point during the year, a couple times of the year. And it just really builds a lot of great, warm fuzzies. And it's easy to monetize because, your client's going to want to do this and it feels good to them. And yes, it costs a little bit, but, you can also go to other businesses that they're referral partners of, take your average pie shop. Let's say you're doing work for a pie shop and they have other restaurants in the area, let's say Carl's Wine Bar, can promote this pie shop or something like that. And they could, Carl can maybe give a free, kind of appetizer or something just for coming in. So you give away free appetizers for whoever's on the list, and just, make it this big bundle. Get 5 things from 5 different businesses that are kind of not competing businesses that can all work together. And you create this bundle and say, hey, the winner is going to get, they're going to get this free appetizer here. They're going to get a free ice cream cone here. They're going to get, a free, or one ride at the speedway, like the go-karts, right? Or whatever it happens to be. And you can go out there. My wife does this thing. She does marketing for other companies. She does graphic design. And so she does stuff where she has about 8 different businesses, and they're all promoting each other on Instagram. They're all giving one free thing, create this bundle. And so there's this huge giveaway and everybody's promoting it and only one person wins, right? But people get excited about that, right? That's why the Monopoly game is such huge, everybody knows about it, and probably everybody's played it. When I was a kid, I used to play that all the time. I'd be like, Mom, let's go get some French fries and play the Monopoly game, right? So I'd love it because you just that moment where you're peeling that off to see if you win is I don't know. It's addicting, right? So it's like gambling basically. But it's this cool feeling, and you want, the subscriber, you want the fans and followers of the businesses that you're doing bot marketing for to feel that, right? Giveaways have always been huge. Sweepstakes, stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not an attorney, so I can't really talk on the sweepstakes side of things, right? But giveaways, they're pretty benign. You're just giving away cool free stuff, no purchase necessary kind of things. And, but it's just keeping top of mind. So back over to you, Carl.
Awesome. Really great stuff. I do want to mention too, some people were asking about lead quality and stuff like that. Obviously with giveaways and viral type of campaigns, lead quality tends to go down a little bit. But I'll also speak on that. And that is that, you're still going to get some of the best leads, and you're also going to get some that are so-so, and you're also going to get some suspect leads that will probably never convert anyway, and they're just freebie seekers. But however, you're going to have a lot more leads to sort of spread your message to, indoctrinate to, educate to, and then eventually some of these people might come around and actually purchase something. They may not do it right away, but once they become on your list, because I do want to mention about how much more effective email or messenger is versus email. Because, you guys saw some of those open rates and those click-through rates that Cory was getting were huge click-through rates, huge open rates. Those people were expecting that message. And all of those people were now being familiarized with Cory and his brand. So really cool stuff.
Awesome. And so here's how you guys can monetize it. Because at the end of the day, if somebody's paying you to do Facebook chatbot marketing, what are those businesses concerned about? What do they really want, right? You guys know the answer to this. Go to the chat box. What do they really want? Let's see. Return clients. Yep. Return clients. That's what they want, guys. They want clients. So bot marketing is great, but only as far as your clients can get new customers or return customers, right? So the way you actually monetize this for them and can show them the actual results firsthand is you do promotions with the chatbot. And so like, you know, you do giveaways and you build the list doing giveaways and you build it. Maybe you do giveaways like, you know, every week, once a week, right? You can do that. Or maybe you do it for every day for a week. You know, it's up to you guys how you guys do your giveaway. But at the end, you know, do a little promotion, and that way you can tie sales back to it. Do like a 3 or 4 day promotion, right? Where people, you know, can get, you know, for, an additional percentage off for signing up for a particular service, right? Or a special promo code they can redeem when they come in, right? They get a free teeth whitening when they sign up for, when they sign up to be a new client, right? Or they get their first cleaning at the dentist office, something like that, right? So kind of think about, it won't take you long, right, to figure out something that your customer can give away, right, or provide a discount on to bring people in. And you use that, but it's like a shopping cart event, right, where they go to a shopping cart or they have to go and redeem it and it expires, right? But you use that engagement you built out and do a little promotion over 3 or 4 days with it, just to announce and let people know. It's like, hey, for this time period only, you can get a discount. It's 2 for 1. It's, you know, 20% off, or, you know, come in and you get this special little free thing, right? So kind of play around with it. And that way you can tie it directly to results for your client, so they can actually see the fruits of what you've been building over there, building the chatbot list, building the engagement, but actually monetize it for them, because that's what they really want, right? And that's what you're going to, at the end of the day, want to show them and show them the results. But back over to you, Carl.
Awesome. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is wrap up the first part of this, basically of our workshop today. This is for the Chatbots and Digital Marketing podcast. So those of you that are joining that, you guys can get to learn more about Cory Michael Sanchez at mojoglobal.com. You could also probably search and also have the show notes links that go back to Cory. And on top of that, we're going to be doing some training for the people who are live, so you guys miss out on that, unfortunately. However, I will have in the show notes, Cory has agreed to give us something kind of free that helps you get access to leads. And I think that it's something that we all can benefit from. So in those show notes, you'll actually receive a copy of those and possibly some other benefits. If you're listening on live, you will definitely want to find out where to get all that information. It'll actually be on the Medium blog where our show notes are. So if you know where those are, just click on there. Other than that, Cory, is there anything else you want to leave us with, or anything that people can find you from, or anything you want to leave us on a note with?
Here's what I can say, right? I've been around 10 years now. I know I look super young, but I've been around for a long time. I'm really great at seeing huge opportunities, right? That's why I'm in LinkedIn, because I saw many years ago the huge opportunity for B2B and for getting leads out of there. Right now, you're seeing more people get into it, whereas before, not so many people were interested. Right now, there is a huge surge when it comes to chatbots. And so for those of you that are hanging with Carl, hanging with Segmate for chatbots, this is your time. Get out there, do it, maximize it. Don't wait around, because you know, you have a unique opportunity to get as many clients as possible with what you have, which is incredibly unique. You will not see another time like this regarding this kind of technology, right? This might be a very unique thing for you that you can really become that go-to expert in the space. So I highly recommend it. Don't just pitter-patter around, please. I've seen too many have huge dreams and aspirations and then never really get it off the ground. So what I encourage you to do is take action, right? People want this. And what I'm going to teach you guys right now, coming up in this next segment, is actually how to get more clients for your chatbot agency. Because that's my commitment to you. And so that's what we're going to talk about. But no, mojoglobal.com is our website. You can get some cool resources on there. And but yeah, I'm looking forward to the next segment, Carl.
Awesome. And so is that like the best place for people to find you is on the website, or is there another like social media? Obviously, if someone searches Cory Michael Sanchez on LinkedIn, they're going to definitely find you there. So maybe that's the best spot.
Yeah. LinkedIn, Cory Sanchez, Cory Michael Sanchez, right? And you can find me there, and mojoglobal.com. So either one of those. Okay.
Awesome. Well, Cory, thank you so much for coming on live for our call. Guys, I hope you got a lot of information out of this. So Cory, thanks so much for being on the call. So excited to have you to be a part of this. Again, this is going to be episode number 8 at this point. So you're number 8 in there. A lot of people are going to get to know you as this thing goes, and at least from our audience as well. And again, I just really appreciate you, man. One of my best friends, and I can't wait to see where you're crushing it next.